light children, and welcome back to the Artist Corner. It is January 13th, and I hope you're enjoying your New Year so far. I hope everything is going good. I hope all the New Year's resolutions are staying knit tight, and all the love and things that you're doing for yourself is glowing, blowing, and great. So if you were on Instagram, you kind of already know what we're talking about today, and if you haven't been on Instagram, let me give you a little of what we're going to get into today. So today we are talking about distribution platforms and strategy. And why is that important? Distribution isn't just uploading, okay? It's not just uploading. It's choosing partners, timing, and metadata. Spotify, Apple, Bandcamp, DistroKid, SoundCloud, each does different things. Choose based on goals, playlist placement, sales, and fan direct sales, okay? We're going to be talking about distribution types. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of big DSPs and versus Bandcamp. We're going to talk about pre-save and pre-order, release timing. We're going to talk about international consideration. So if you're interested in the strategy of distribution and want to get deeper into it, please lock in because we're about to get into it. All right? All right. Hold your seats and hold on tight. Now, because this is also very new to me, I definitely looked up the information and wanted to make sure that I was accurately presenting it to you because I want us to all be educated, okay? I feel like as an independent artist, it's nice to educate the people that's around you so that y'all all on the same page and we can speak the same language, you know? I've been in many of rooms with people who let somebody else handle all their stuff and they have no idea what's going on with their music. And I don't ever want any of my light children, any of my friends, anybody who is also in the music industry to ever feel clueless when they walk into a room and somebody's talking about their art and they have no idea what's happening. Because that's scary, okay? So, the first thing we want to talk about today is distributor types. It's aggregator. I'm going to put that up on the screen so that y'all can see how that's spelled and look it up, the definition, versus direct platform. Okay, so what does that mean? So aggregators are platforms like DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby, Venice, and what these are places to distribute your music to many DSPSs at once and handle technical delivery. So DSPSs are like Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Tidal, all the many streaming platforms. And they're efficient and scalable, but offer limited control over fan data. We're gonna get more into that. So what is a direct platform? Direct platforms are like Bandcamp, Shopify, downloads, mailing lists, Makani. What this is it lets you sell directly to fans, keep more revenue per sale, and build deeper relationships. But they require more hands-on marketing. Okay? So aggregators help you go wide fast. Direct platforms help you go deep with your audience. Most sustainable artists use both. Now, what does that mean for you? As an independent artist, if you are distributing yourself, most independent artists that I've met have been using DistroKid. It's been around for a while. It's a very reliable distribution service. If you are an independent artist and you're just now starting out doing it, most people would say go ahead and use DistroKid because it's the most you can understand it a little bit better than sorry, I was looking for my chapstick. Than other platforms. Now, if you've been in the game for a while and you're like, well, I've been with DistroKid, I really don't like DistroKid like that. I've never used TuneCore, so I have no idea, and I've never used CD Baby. No idea. The other platform that I know about that has become very popular and has now offered a monthly payment plan for individual artists is Venice. If you are in the Colorado, Denver area, you may have heard of Youth on Record and their Get Loud showcase, which they do every summer. They have local artists come out, even if they're not performing in their showcase, to come network, have good food, great vibes, and just get informed about the music community. Venice had a booth there this year, and they were showing that now we have an individual plan for individual people that is affordable for a monthly plan. If you're willing to pay for a TV subscription for Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and all this stuff as an independent artist, you should be able to spend a monthly amount of money for your distribution of your music. You should make a budget for it, and that's just on God, just saying. So you would want to have one of these distribution platforms, and then you would also want to have a service that you are allowed to put your album on to sell. So what does that look like? So I never really used Bandcamp, but I heard a little bit about Bandcamp, and I personally use Even and I use Square. Now, if you go through Even sets up its own like way to collect money from people, your own like card, direct deposit with them. And eventually, once you start getting product up there, say you have your album that's getting ready to drop, you can put the entire album on there with the cover and everything. You can put your old album up there, sell the original songs that you had, make a profit from it if you own the exclusive rights to the beats. Cannot stress that enough. Make a profit from it and get ready to release your new product, and also put it on there so people can buy your album directly from you without having to go through a third-party streaming service. This means you get that money directly to you, right? Say you created a music video, and the music video, you promoted it, you sent it through Apple for a video, on YouTube, like it's on YouTube and Apple Music. You have your music video on there. You can put your music video on Even. I think you can do that on Bandcamp too. You can put your product, your media product on there for you to sell it and get money for it. That's something that you can't do through a lot of distribution services. Some distribution services don't have a mailing list, so you actually cannot communicate with your fans. So having an EPK like Makani, or having a Square account where you can create a website and have a mailing base. This allows you to create a shop, and it also allows you to create a space where you can communicate with your fans and see what they want, see what they like. Like, they can hit you up and be like, oh, I really love the drop was dope, like when you put it out. Like, this is going to give you that direct contact with your fans that DistroKid, Venice, TuneCore, all this other stuff won't give you. So it's always best to have both of those, okay? Next, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of big DSPSs versus Bandcamp, which is a direct fan to fan. We kind of brushed a little bit about this in the first topic, because what I said was big DSPs are Spotify, Apple Music, and things of that nature. They offer discovery, playlists, and passive streaming income, but low per stream payouts and limited fan ownership. So what does that mean? They don't pay you. There was a whole thing about Spotify. I think now Spotify is involved with some other stuff. Wink, wink. I'm keeping. We don't want my stuff to get cut off here, but I'm involved with some other stuff. So there has never. You've heard this in the grapevine. If you're an independent artist, you know that certain streaming don't pay out what you're supposed to be getting paid out, and I'm just keeping it a beat. So what does that mean for you? That means you probably want to have something like Bandcamp, which is a direct to fan platform, which offers a higher revenue per fan, emails, and flexibility. But, and we cannot stress this enough, it relies heavily on your ability to promote it. So that means anytime you do a video, when I say the link's in my bio, you should have a Bandcamp link in your bio. You should have your link tree in your bio. You should have your EPK in your bio. You should have every link in order for you to make money in your bio. You should be sending this link to everybody you know for them to subscribe, to lock in, so that they can know what is next for you if you want them to be fans. And I get it. I know it's hard because a lot of the fans you have, or a lot of the people that watch you, are also creatives, are also in the music industry. So you're trying to migrate to have people who are not your fans, are not your fellow artists, be the people that dig into this. Well, guess what? I'm gonna let you know, artists help artists regardless of what medium you're in. We are a community, and you like good music. I like to look at good art. Why aren't we working together? I like to look flying clothes. You like to listen to music. Why aren't we working together? Why am I not buying your stuff and you buying my stuff? I remember one time with one of my artist friends, we literally had $20 between us, and I bought his merch, and then he turned around and used the same $20 and bought my merch. And then I used that same $20 and bought something else from him. But we interchanged this $20 between each other, buying each other's merch. And if you don't get the point, then it means you don't need to be here. I'm just saying. Anywho, make sure when you are looking at DSP, why I keep saying DPSs? DSPs are great for discovery. Direct to fan is better for ownership. One builds reach, the other builds stability. Not telling you need to have one or the other, I'm telling you that you need both. Okay? So the next on our list is called pre-save, pre-order, release timing. This is also something, and I cannot stress it enough. Pre-saves are very important. When artists are getting ready to drop a major release, pre-saves can help them either get an influx of playlist offers because of it. So, for instance, if a certain company says, hey, if you get this amount of pre-saves for this release, we'll go ahead and make sure that you get on this playlist. They say you need 500 pre-saves. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna send it to 500 people that you know, 500 people that you don't know. You're gonna be sending it to everybody because you're like, oh shit, what kind of playlist I'm getting on? You're gonna get on a major playlist that is getting enough traction and circulation because it was pre-saved by this amount of people, 1,000 people, 500 people. That's enough people for me to be like, okay, you got 500 people that's actually wanting to pre-save your music. No, I like that, because if I ask you to go on tour with me, you can at least bring 500 people to this tour to buy a ticket. If the tickets are $20 a piece, you do the math. You feel what I'm saying? Remember that. So businesses, distribution companies love a pre-save, pre-sale, pre-order, because you can get that traction going. It does take promotion. So don't think you can just, okay, I'm going to do a pre-save and then send it out to people. No, you got to keep sending it to people. How advertisements aggravate you, you got to aggravate people, okay? Release timing matters. Giving yourself enough time to release a project, Lord have mercy. I'm currently, right now, in real time, wanting to have had all of my stuff done, right? I have, 3 weeks now before it is time for me to actually release the album, which, y'all, I don't know. I know that the music video, the visual album is going to be released on the 30th. Like, there's nothing contractual stopping that, but there's still some things that I have to do musically on the album. So it might be released a little bit like after the visual movie. I'm not sure yet. We hands to God. But you want to give yourself enough time to release. And I want to make sure that my product, my project that I poured myself into has more than enough time to properly be released, so that I can pitch it to radio stations, so that I can have time to pitch it to this place, so that I can set up interviews and all types of stuff in the next month following to continue to promote the album, right? This is only the first 11 songs of the albums. There's still another 11 songs that also need to start getting traction and promotion. So I need to make sure that the first half of this promotion keeps people wanting to get to the next 11 songs, right? So release timing is important. Give yourself 3 to 6 weeks, right? That's almost a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? You're either gonna give yourself 3 weeks was just pushing it, but it's doable, are 6 weeks. Allows for pitching and planning. I've had a few people that I know who literally did not give themselves a week to drop a single. Singles are a little different, but you know how much more promotion she could have done if she would have planned this song out 2 months prior. Had it already ready to go, done, mixed, mastered, and already locked in for the date that she wanted to release it. And then the month prior to its release, she could have had a promo video every week, getting people excited about it for the release date. Especially if you're releasing around a holiday that gravitates to your song. If you make a goddamn Christmas song, you putting the Christmas song out on the day of Christmas is crazy if you're not going to promote in November and October. Specifically in November. You know how people live through the seasons. Come on. So that's my point. Make sure you give yourself enough time to plan and to promote your project, especially when it's a big project that is guaranteed key to keep people interested in your work. The next thing is UPCs and ISRC codes. These are unique identifiers. Your release and your track's consistency protects your royalties. You want to make sure your ISRC numbers match. So say for instance you put out an album and you were distributing with one company and you're like, I don't want to distribute with them anymore. I want to move somewhere else and distribute. You need to take all those IRC numbers, all those UPCs, all that shit, and write it down. Take a picture of it, whatever you got to do, in order for you to switch it to a new platform so that your data doesn't get messed up. This keeps everything aligned. Because as soon as you fumble that bag, your music is all fucked up, okay? So make sure that you move stuff around. All right? Metadata hygiene. This is another thing that I cannot stress enough. Please make sure your name is correct. Please make sure that on the split sheets that the splits are correct and the credits are correct, because this ensures proper payment and discoverability. I literally, if you go to my Apple right now, and I might put a little scrolly thing up here so you can kind of see the Apple thing. I don't know yet. We'll think about it. It's a lot of editing. We might put it in there. You might see it right here. So if you look on my Apple playlist, you can see that somebody who's also named there has their music connected to me. Somewhere in the midst of them putting their music in, they messed up. They either messed up the ISRC, they messed up a name, they messed up who it's supposed to go to, they messed it up because this song does not belong to me. My voice is not on the song. And I thought about it and I was listening to it, I was like, am I in the background somewhere? Did somebody just use my voice for something? For the life of me, I don't remember being on the song or knowing the song, anything, but it's on my profile. And it get plays. It get plays, but it's not my song. So somebody in the midst of their building, they sent it to me and it should have been getting promotion for them. Now, I don't think I'm getting paid for this song by no means, but this person is now not getting the fan base for the song. I'm getting the promotion for the song. So that's just one situation where that happens and you have to pay attention to it. Make sure your splits and your names are correct. Make sure you're not putting your secondary name in there. Make sure you're putting your government name in there, okay? Clarence. Anyway, pre-saves help, but preparation pays. Clean metadata and smart timing protect your music long after release day. Because we want longevity. We don't want to just, okay, it's the release date, okay, it's out. No, y'all. We don't want that, okay? Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about is international consideration and playlist pitching. I know it's getting a little dark in my space. I'm going to turn some lights on here in a bit, but we're about to mellow it out. We're going to slow it down for a bit. So international consideration. Have you even considered that your music is going around the world through your distribution? Your distribution distributes everywhere. Now the only problem with that is claiming the money and claiming the royalties from it, because not every distributor are thing where you register your music or claim your music will give you money back. BMI, ASCAP can only do so much. I'm pretty sure the reason why you would need to use another platform is because they're not international. Or they only work with certain international things, but you want to make sure that you find this, it's called Sound Exchange. And you want to make sure that you are checking your cues and dotting your I's and making sure you're getting your money. Now, that's a lot of stuff, right? That's a lot to try to take care of. That is you making sure you're getting your distribution done. You making sure that you are selling your products. You making sure that you're getting your international royalties. You making sure that you're promoting your stuff right. You making sure that your marketing is done right. You making sure that you distribute it at a proper enough time so that you have time to promote. That's a lot to do for independent artists, right? Yeah. This industry is not for the weak if you're doing it on your own. So if you choose to, man, I don't really want to do this on my own, like I want to get signed to somebody, I'm going to tell you right now, that takes just as much work to get signed, right? Unless you know somebody, your mama is a friend of somebody else's friend, and they can get you in the door and your foot in the door to talk to somebody, or you can give your demo to somebody, like, hey, kudos to you. But everybody ain't got that ticket ride. So some things that may be beneficial. If you are currently working with a studio, for instance, the studio that I am working at is called Anthony's Enterprises, and they created an admin deal. With the admin deal, they take care of all that for you. They take care of your distribution. They take care of your split sheet. They take care of your paperwork. They take care of your metadata. They take care of your international royalties. They take care of everything. And it's only 15% that they ask for doing all this work for you. So any money that you make, and they distribute your money back to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you can find a studio who is actively doing things like that and creating a space where it's easier for artists and independent artists to work that way, which I don't think there's a lot of places doing it, lock in. Because when I tell you this is a lot of work, this is a lot of work. And before I met Anthem, I was doing all this by myself. And I wasn't doing all of it right. Obviously, because last month we talked about it in the last Artist Corner where I didn't own any of the exclusive rights to my beats. Because we wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying? So I say all this to say your music doesn't stop at borders. Pitch early, pitch intentionally, and make sure your metadata speaks every language. Your release plan should serve your future, not just the release week. You are building a brand, you're building an artist. Make sure you do everything right. I love you like children. It's been amazing talking to you guys. I can't wait to talk to you guys next week, because next week we really gonna keep diving into it, because like I said, I'm currently on the plan. So next week we're gonna get into how to prepare for a release date. Okay? If you locked in with me, stay locked in with me. If you watched it and made it to the end of this video, put this icon up there on the corner just so I can know that you've been peeping us. I learned that from the Sweet Pea Society. Make sure people are on point with the business. You feel me? But love you like children. Have a blessed and happy new year. Again, keep thriving. Keep going. Make sure your goals are set. And make sure you're living the best artist life you can live. Love you.